SWOT analysis. This stands for strength, weaknesses, opportunities, and threats. You don't see this in many business plans. Most business plans are typically, people just, oh yeah, write a business plan, it's just to get the money, show it to the investors, throw it on the shelf, throw it away, get the money, do whatever you want, live happily ever after, whatever. Not a good idea. What we put in the SWOT analysis in the business plan for a very specific reason. This really makes the difference between an ordinary business plan and a strategic business plan. Because a strategic plan will include a SWOT analysis. That's one of the key ingredients of a strategic plan. Because you really want to show what are our strengths here and list them. This is where you just do it in bullet points. We have all of these strengths. We have the best brand. We've got the best people. But of course, you're going to be specific about this. So these are our strengths. Now the weaknesses, you want to be candid here. This is the part where we're weak. This is the part where, well, this is why we're raising the money, because we want to address these perhaps risky things. The first thing you're going to do with some of the investors' money is you're going to eliminate some risks. So you're listing some of the weaknesses here. Now the important thing here, what I want to say about some of these things is you want to be the first person to be proactive about what your weaknesses are. You want to be candid and say, look, this is where we're weak, because if you don't admit it and don't acknowledge it, the investor is going to assume that you don't know. So if you don't know, then why are you in this business? You need to be the expert in this. So you need to demonstrate that you do know what your weaknesses are. You want to know what your opportunities are. So we can go after all these opportunities, and then, so this is where the business is. The investors can see, okay, wow, you've got some real business opportunities here where you could really bring in some money right now, prime this pump. With my investment, my loan to you, you can go after these opportunities and boom, land some customers, and that's a good thing. Then of course there's threats. There's always going to be threats. There could be some market disaster that could happen. There could be some government thing where they pull the plug on some program that you're relying on. It could be a threat of some competitor. It could be a technological threat. It could be any number of things. You want to acknowledge that you understand what is threatening you as well. You can't, like J.R.R. Tolkien said in The Hobbit, he said you cannot, how do you put it? You know, you cannot leave, if you live near a dragon, you've got to include a dragon in your plans. So, you know, you've got to acknowledge that, because otherwise the investor will think, well, either you're in denial, which is not a good thing, or you don't, or you're just plain unconscious, or you just don't get it, or you missed something. None of those are good things. You want to acknowledge all your strengths, all your weaknesses, all your opportunities, all your threats as much as possible, and be upfront about that so they know that you know what you're doing. And then from there, what you can do is you can prioritize. Given these strengths, given these opportunities, these are some things we're going to go and do right away. Now, what we're going to shore up are our weaknesses, where the investor's money is going to come in, and we're also going to be able to work around these threats and how we're going to deal with these. So you're going to list everything in your SWOT analysis, and you're also going to list what you're going to do about it. And you can be candid about this, and you want to be proactive with, like I say, you don't want to be on the defensive. So you go on offensive with this, because you're showing that you know all this stuff, and you're ready to deal with it. If you don't, the problem is, see, then they're going to ask you, well, what about this? What about that? And they're going to know something about your business that maybe you don't know or forgot to list. And even if you do know about it, but you didn't say anything, it's going to seem like you didn't know. And then now you're on the defensive. Yeah, but wait, when you're making excuses and you're coming up with explanations on the back end of this, and energetically, it's like surfing. You're paddling to catch the wave, but the wave went ahead of you, and you can paddle like crazy, but if you've missed the wave, you're toast. You don't want to be in that position with investors. You want to be in the front of the wave where you've caught the wave, and now everything you're saying to the investor is something that you're leading with, you're leading the way, and you're demonstrating your expertise in this business, which goes a long way to giving investors really great comfort in working with you.